vital supplies are heading to the International Space Station in a Russian Progress cargo module. The freighter was launched from Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan early on Wednesday. The spacecraft is carrying 2.5 tons of supplies, including water, oxygen, fuel and food. Medical equipment is also on board and a few luxuries for the crew, such as chocolate and DVDs of recent Russian TV comedy shows. The module will also deliver a mini greenhouse with artificial soil for experiments on growing food in space. It's scheduled to dock with the ISS on Friday. The station is currently manned by an international team of 2 Russian cosmonauts and 3 astronauts from the US and Japan. Now, budget air travel has become the norm in Europe and the US, but could cut-price space tourism ever become a reality? It's only for billionaires at the moment, but Russian scientists are working on new plans for a space shuttle which can hitch a ride on a high-altitude aircraft before orbit, meaning more down-to-earth prices. RT's Igor Piskunov reports.
It was designed to be the highest flying plane in the world and for 10 years served as a station studying the upper levels of the atmosphere. Russia's Geofyzika has reached an altitude of more than 21 kilometers or 13 miles. Now its developers have a whole new mission in store.
Our goal is to send large groups of people to around 100 kilometers above ground, where they'll be able to see our planet and the cosmos with their own eyes.
In order to achieve this goal, the developers want to use Geofyzika's ability to carry cargo attached to its body. The plane will take off carrying a small space shuttle, which will be released at a certain altitude. Geofyzika will then head back for landing, while the shuttle will transport tourists to orbit and back.
After detaching from the plane, a rocket engine pushes the shuttle into close orbit. After spending several minutes at its highest altitude, it descends and lands at an airport.
The developers say they need around $200 million to put the shuttle into production. And the ticket price for passengers will be around $200,000, compared with the $35 million recent space tourist Guy Laliberté forked out. Already the list is growing of people wanting to make the trip. A bigger 14-seater version of the shuttle is also being designed. It can be carried by another plane, Atlant, which transported the only Soviet space shuttle in history, Buran. It's planned that the 3-seater spacecraft's crew will consist of a pilot who'll sit in front and 2 passengers who'll sit in the back. They won't need to go through any intense physical training, with the only major test being a health check. The whole flight will take around an hour. But for 5 whole minutes, the crew will be able to see what the Earth looks like from space in zero gravity. Igor Piskunov, RT, Moscow region.
Now, in December last year, British entrepreneur Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic unveiled the world's first ever commercial passenger spaceship. It's now under testing, but Branson hopes to launch space tourists into zero gravity within just 2 or 3 years. The Spaceship 2 is designed to carry 8 passengers and 2 pilots and will be sent into orbit by a booster rocket before separating from it around 16 kilometers above the Earth. It'll be something of a quick thrill, though, as though on board will experience zero gravity for only around 6 minutes. Space analyst Yuri Karash says there's much in common between Branson's project and the Russian one.
The laws of aerodynamics and the laws of physics are pretty much the same, and they shape the configuration of the spacecraft. The Spaceship 2 will be carried under the belly of the platform, which is White Knight 2, and Cosmopolis 21 will be carried on the back of Geofyzika M55. So this is probably the major difference between the two, and all the other features are pretty much similarities. If we talk about touristic space race, Russia has already won it, as you know, because it launched like 7 space tourists in outer space. All of them flew to the International Space Station. Well, as about a suborbital space race, well, I don't think it is significant enough to talk about it in terms of race.
Space analyst Yuri Karash there on the prospects of commercial passenger space flights. Now, Russia